Alright, what have we here? Royal Blood. Royal Blood. Nightcrawler versus NotLyall. This is a slightly odd decider because we had a couple of people drop out and absolutely sort of ruin this bracket. So Nightcrawler has had a reprieve, a stay of execution, if you like, and it's going to play off against NotLyall to decide this bracket. So NotLyall is looking to get an early expo here potentially, or is just going to build his gateway down on the low ground. But generally, you know, even if you go for a pylon down on the low ground like this, it normally means you're going to be going pretty fast nexus as a general rule. It is, however, Nightcrawler that's got the much faster gateway, and NotLyall just throwing the gateway down now is going to have a scout though, and I like to see that. It's, you know, it's a game of information. If you know what your opponent's doing, you can beat what your opponent's doing. If you don't know what they're doing, you might not. Now PvP, you know, if you're up on the meta, in PvP you drop a pylon to block your opponent's expo. That's just kind of what everybody's doing at the minute in PvP. Weirdly enough, that became a thing a few years back, and then it sort of went out of fashion, and people stopped doing it. But you drop a pylon here so that it gets in the way of the nexus, but also so that you can see whatever units come out to kill that pylon. So you can see basically whatever unit your opponent builds first. So, you know, if a zealot comes down, if two stalkers come down or whatever, you get to see that. So that's quite a common way to open in PvP. Now, I'm pretty confused because there I was saying if you build down here, you're probably going for a fast expo, but there's a forge down here, which I really don't understand. We're building a couple of pylons. There's going to be a zealot fight. You need to send the worker. Oh, why didn't you send the worker? Yeah, if the worker attacks this, it dies. The zealot had 4 health. All you had, you know, if it's like zealot v zealot, sometimes like they'll just actually kill each other. Like this zealot isn't even going to do anything. Okay. Yeah, Nightcrawler coming in with the Oracle, and NotLyall not responding to that at all. He's going to lose so many workers. No, guys, you got to pull the workers. Right. Oracles kill workers very quickly, as we've just seen. So what you do if the Oracle shows up in your base, run. Oracles cannot shoot and move at the same time. So while your workers are running, they're not dying anywhere near as quickly. Now, Oracles are faster than workers, and they will still get a couple of your workers, like they will, unless the Oracle player is sleeping. They will kill some of your workers for sure, but not like, look at this, 20, no, there's no way back from here. That's pretty much GG. I mean, we've got 5 workers mining compared to 23 on the other side of the map. I mean, NotLyall, to be fair, this is probably the right thing to do. Just pull the trigger and hope that your opponent doesn't have anything apart from the Oracle. It's actually a pretty good shout, and it's actually not far from the truth. So 3 zealots and 2 stalkers beats 3 zealots and not 2 stalkers. You've got to make sure you keep the stalkers alive. They are the money units to keep alive, because they're okay. Yeah, working on a pylon isn't the way to go. I didn't realize there was 2 oracles up. You know, 1 oracle, the 2 stalkers can beat it. 2 oracles with a little bit of damage from the other stalkers as well, and that fight isn't going to go your way. It was the right thing to do for NotLyall to just get across the map and hope for the best. When you've lost so much economy, trying to get your way back into the game by just macroing up isn't really going to work. In order to defend against oracles, shield batteries. Shield battery, simple as that. Build a shield. You need to focus the damage from you. Build a shield battery here, and an oracle cannot do damage to your workers faster than the shield battery can heal them back up. So the oracle doesn't get any kills until the shield battery runs out of energy, and that takes a long time. So it certainly gives you time to get there with your stalkers or whatever. And obviously, a stalker with a shield battery is going to beat an oracle easily. So that's the normal play for surviving Oracle harass. You know, some sort of shield battery will just keep you safe from that.
The other thing you do is, if you suspect there's going to be an oracle, you rally your stalkers into your mineral line and just have them wait in. You'd rather lose like one stalker than 10 workers, Stalkers take an awful lot longer to kill than workers. So you and they do a bit of damage to the oracle as well, and it's all good. Anyway, the game is continuing, but I don't know why these workers are just parked here. But Nightcrawler has got a significant army advantage. NotLyall's done pretty well to catch up on workers, and I'm not really sure how Nightcrawler's allowed that to happen, because there is an army advantage, but it's not massive. And if we look at the upgrades, there's no charge for these zealots, and in a straight up fight, I'll take the stalkers, thanks. To be honest with you, that many stalkers are one-shotting zealots, and without charge, the zealots are never catching those stalkers. So yeah, slightly weird. NotLyall now overtaking Nightcrawler in workers, which for somebody that lost 30 workers roughly, that is, you shouldn't really be letting that happen, Nightcrawler. However, tech-wise, Nightcrawler is ahead, I think, not in upgrades, but in terms of the tech he has available to him. So if we look, he's got a Dark Shrine, he's got the Twilight Council, he's got the Fleet Beacon, and is building a carrier. You guys love this, these wonky carrier builds. I don't know why. With this many stalkers, why wouldn't you build a Twilight and get Blink? It's going to be a Robo Bay, and there is the Twilight Council coming. Robo Bay, Robotech is great. It's not great against air, so more scouting would be useful. This is so many DTs, and I just don't think that NotLyall has got any detection. What's building here? It's an immortal, so he seriously needs to get some observers out very, very quickly indeed. Otherwise, these DTs are just going to come in. Look how quickly they can just focus on buildings and everything. So the Stalker's body blocking at present, but the DTs are just going absolutely ham on all of this. And this is not a fair fight at all. The Invisible Men are going to do extremely well here. Not a single one of them has died. And they do indeed clean that up. So Nightcrawler goes 1-0. GG.